All right, so last night I thought I got the agents up and running. Turns out I didn't even get the two, or I kind of got one agent, the operations agent, which is like the main agent, right? And I thought I got the sales agent up. Turns out it's just not a skill necessarily, but like an automation within the agent, and kids over there eating. And it basically is not in its own separate agent, which is exactly what I wanted. So we've kind of reworked things now, and now phase two is going to actually also make these agents with their own Slack app integration. So currently I'm texting back and forth in Slack with my agent. So I use my phone right here, and I'll text it back and forth. So I thought I had it all figured out, and turns out I didn't. It's not even ready to go. So I have like this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but I'll go into my Hermes app here. And for some reason, it doesn't load this screen. Go away. It doesn't load this screen. I have to click into messages here. I go into here, hit messages, and now I have all my messages. I'm texting back and forth with it. So you'd be surprised once you get this like first agent up, it becomes a little bit easier to kind of like know what's going on inside Hermes. So the problem is like you're gonna be like, okay, I can't see anything. What's going on? And just ask that agent, okay? And then like that's why I found out. I was like, okay, so tell me how many agents I have and like where they're at and whatever. And it's like you have one agent. I'm like, what? So I asked it that, and it told me, and it got back to me with that. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't want that. Actually, I told me I had two agents because I actually made one like really late last night. I was like, you know what? I need to make this other agent. So I added another agent. I think I mentioned that in the last video though. So I guess I had two agents, but it's not hooked up to Slack yet. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to try to create all the rest of the agents, hook them up to Slack. I got a little bit distracted and was creating some other things that I'm going to connect to Hermes. But I'll kind of go over like the whole setup later. Like these other things are just like nice to have. Like the daily briefing, I was like, you know what? I want to like track my goals too. Every day I want to get like stuff on my goals and how I'm progressing through my goals. So it's like top of mind, right? So I'm creating this whole goal database now in Notion that's going to link, and I'm finding ways to like rate my goals and like how I'm progressing because I want to get 1% better every day. And I think that becomes like 37x. So like if you're 1%, it's compounding, right? So 1% better, and you have to be better on that already. That the next day that 1% is already added on, and you have to be better than that, even 1% more better. So the 1% keeps getting bigger and bigger. So it's like compounding, right? So you'd be 37 times better by the end of it. Some things that make sense if I'm like really new to something, but then it's gonna maybe start plateauing a little bit because it's not gonna be completely exponential. On some things. So yeah, so I mean like business growth and like how much I'm making, I definitely want to try to be 1% better every single day. So that's kind of the goal, and I want to track all that. So that's something I was kind of building out. But yeah, just kind of eating lunch right now. It's already lunchtime, and I haven't even started on the rest of the agents. So I'm about to head downstairs and get started. Because I was figuring some things out with the whole system this morning, and I found that thing out too. And then I was also testing to see if I want to start making Claude agents inside Claude, and like I know they're kind of more in beta and they're figuring that out, but Cowork's basically an agent, so I don't know. We might play with that at a later date. All right. Time to get started, I guess. Actually, time to eat my small thing of mac and cheese. I just eat kids' food now, basically. All right, excited to announce that I finally got my sales. It's 3:42, and I finally got my sales agent ready and going. Her name's Deborah. I created these little icons. It's kind of fun, little robot icons. But yeah, so it's working. There's a bit of a learning curve with all that, but now I'm pretty confident. And then I've had to like refine some things with Hermes itself, and then Claude, just kind of like checking things. One thing I didn't really focus on yet was security. Security is really important. What I recommend would be go to like Hermes, get their documentation, use their security stuff, and then also ask AI what other security measures you should implement. You're gonna want stuff that's going to like prompt injection's a bad thing. you're gonna want things that are gonna be good for like so it doesn't run continuously, but like and use up all your credits and APIs. That's really really important. So you have like rules around that, so it like shuts up, so it just like shuts down, let you know or something. If it was running too long and continuously, and you're gonna want other security measures like so it doesn't change and break things within your environment, stuff like that. So honestly, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do in terms of security measures, and this is not even a tutorial anyways, but kind of make your own, and I'm not going to tell you guys mine necessarily, like what I do exactly, because I don't want people trying to break my system. So yeah, so we have a bunch of security measures that we implement, and I'm always going to be implementing those just to keep everything nice and secure. These are like things that are a little bit autonomous and they can go out and do stuff. So just making sure that you're testing it too and testing your security all the time. Actually, that would be something to be really good to be put into a cron job too. Just like run a security test, make up like then find the most recent issues and have it tested, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're working on Jethro. That is our operations agent, and I was having some issues with the Slack app and trying to get them set up, but I think I figured it out. So we're gonna continue on and hopefully get this done in a reasonable time. It's almost 4 o'clock. And yeah, I'm just trying to like edit some photos while I'm doing this, but this is taking up a lot of my time initially because I'm kind of learning a lot of new things. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I'm gonna continue to work, and we'll catch you guys hopefully when Jethro's done, or maybe after that. Maybe we'll do another agent. Okay, so now we're cranking. I had a little bit of some other problems. I mean, you're just gonna keep running into problems, especially when your initial setup. Sometimes you're gonna have to jump in the terminal, but then just ask AI to help you, and like you can just ask for the exact terminal commands. Okay, so I just created Barnabas. So I have the sales engineer, which is Deborah. I have Jethro, and now I have Barnabas, all created. So it's 3 agents. About to jump into the next one. Actually, I'm currently working on Luke, so another agent. I'm trying to remember what all these guys do. I have them here, but I need to change their labels in Slack so that they show up differently in the apps. So yeah, going through all this now. I had my main Hermes agent make a skill so that when I'm uploading this agent, now it should be a little bit quicker. I messed it up with Barnabas, so it was supposed to work with Barnabas. Then there's some clarification. I need to be a little bit more clear. So now I'm just like pumping through these. So I just copy paste, because I made all the stuff in Cowork yesterday. That was like what took so long yesterday. So now we're just kind of really moving, getting things done. I will show you guys the whole setup in a sec here. So we're getting very, very close. I'm going to try to have some diagrams like yesterday, but hopefully better. And I'm going to show you guys kind of like the whole setup, what everything is, like almost how everything is kind of structured. There'll be a lot of corrections. I have a lot of Notion databases, and some of the databases I made a long time ago, and I'm like, I don't think this is going to work very well now. So we're going to have to correct those as we go. So this is going to be like a whole nother week of me kind of fixing those small database things. But I said I was going to get all the agents up, and that's the goal for today. We're getting close. I'm so stoked. Up and functional. So every time I make an agent, I test it really quick. I'm like, who are you? What do you do? I'm like, boom, boom. And then we have like a single task for it to start doing or right away. So after it tells us what it does, and then it's kind of like we put the task in, hopefully they can do it. If we run into limitations, that's where we can kind of tell right there. So that's what we're kind of working on. It's moving now. So let me go check on Luke and see how he's doing, if he's hired yet. All right, so yeah, got it up and running. It's pretty functional right now. I mean, the only thing that's really missing is like really refining the databases, and that's going to take weeks and weeks. So I'm gonna do probably one agent at a time. I'll probably spend a couple hours per agent to kind of refine it. But honestly, the thing could run right now without me refining. I just want it to be like perfect, right? So, and there's a lot I wanted to do. There's a lot I want each employee to do. Right now, they could do the basics. So like draft emails, stuff like that, pop them in my Gmail folder and whatnot. They're already running cron jobs, so I just got my cron job for 8 p.m. When I was trying to record the final bit to the video. But yeah, that's and the intro. I guess I'll record the intro then too. Yeah, pretty stoked about it. So I got 6 agents technically, or 7 if you include the orchestrator agent. So yeah, I mean, here's kind of like the rundown of like all the agents that I created. All right, so obviously we have the orchestrator agent, correct? So that's the one who like I would text, and it will be able to hopefully communicate with all the rest of the agents. It's like the overseeing agent, but I also gave myself options to text them directly in Slack, so I'm not communicating through multiple agents, like one agent to another. So I can text all these guys in Slack individually. But Deborah as sales, she handles inquiry, triage, first reply and follow up, drafts, proposal, preparation, keeps leads from going silent. Drafts only, Brandon sends everything. So that's Deborah. Jethro, operations, records the data, records the data integrity. Gosh, it words it so weird. Metrics and reporting, facts, layer, guardianship, flag, inconsistencies, and operational gaps. Barnabas, client experience, couple profiles, questionnaire, and milestone tracking, client portal upkeep, journey and delivery, communication, drafts only, Brandon sends everything. Luke is production, wedding day, timelines based on actual sun calculations and questionnaires and whatnot. I forgot to mention that. Park permits and timed entry rules, destination travel research, Super 8 16mm production planning, shoot day field support with another agent, which I'm about to go over after this one. Lydia is marketing, so SEO and rank tracking, competitor and market monitoring, blog, caption, guide, and lead management scaffolds. Never publishes, Brendan approves and publishes. And all these, by the way, will send to Claude Cowork if I need a little bit more in depth. I'm also going to create a builder agent at some point, but that's to be TBD, right? There's also I don't know why I chose his name. Bezel? I think that's how you say it. Bezel? I don't know, that one's a hard one. I'll have to get better at pronouncing that one. But he was an existing profile rather than one we created in this batch. He is intended as a future craft and ideas subagent under Luke, and is currently parked. So basically what we did was we deactivated that one, so that basically it won't be running. But that's gonna be my in the field agent. So like I'm just gonna text it like if I need prompt ideas, and I need to send it like all these like prompt ideas. It's gonna have all the timeline information from Luke, or like the production or whoever's running the timeline stuff, which I believe is Luke. It's gonna be probably like Luke, and then also maybe some things from my client experience, which is Barnabas. We'll have all the couple profiles, questionnaires. So I'm gonna have all that information hopefully on the day, and it's gonna be passed down to him so that I can easily access it by just texting directly through that app and be like, okay, like I need help here, or like I lost my timeline. Can you give me a quick rundown of what's coming up next? That kind of stuff. So that's kind of the idea behind that agent. So yeah, if you want to say 6, you can say 6, but I would say about 7 agents were created today. Basically all today. The framework was created over the last 2 days, though. The plan was made the first day. The framework constructed the second day, and then the third day we made all the agents. So 3 days, a lot of work, trust me, and then a lot of work before filming these. So thanks for tuning in. We're moving on with our story aspect. So today gotta go over that. Today was Act 3. So out of the 3-act structure, and we're gonna move on to the rest of the story. I'll see what it is tomorrow. Give me one sec here. Okay, yeah. So today Act 3, and we had plot point 2. Now I get it. So basically, like now I've got the plan, I've got the idea of what I'm trying to do. Does it actually work? So I'm like really trying, to figure this out. So I'm finally like, okay, I found out how to make the agents, and then I was like, oh, I found this even better system to get them maybe even quicker because we're running out of time. It was like 3 something already, right? So almost 4, and I was like, how do I do this? And then I found a system where I basically have a skill now to create agents within Hermes. So it made it a lot faster instead of trying to always input like each little bit. I just pasted everything in there. I was like, I need this, and then just made it. Resolution, this changes everything. And I was like, yeah, once I finally got that rolling, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it now. That changed everything. And then the final image, what's next? That was actually me on my phone texting, which you're about to see, because that's the end. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you guys want this whole breakdown, let me know, and I can make a video and a guide on how to do this whole thing, and make Hermes. And basically my whole process and kind of the agents I would make, because I'm going to make a lot more agents, and then I'm going to see which ones I like best, and I'll make that in the guide if you guys want that. Let me know, though, in the comments below if you want that guide. All right, thanks. Bye, I think.